Why are the tissues here?
Because when you start crying, I'll start talking about it. We were impressed by what ESP could offer, and then it was clear that comparing your product, your company offers things that other companies don't.
We've got parents walking past the gate every morning saying, when can we come and play? And we've got kids bringing mum and dad to school every day so that they can see how new the kids are so excited by it, and they want mum and dad to see what they're going out to.
Yeah. Okay. Ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
So Andrew Wood, CEO of ESP Play.
Kate Ridley, I am Deputy Head at Holy Trinity.
And I'm Jade Watson, and I'm the Early Years Lead at Holy Trinity.
So, can you tell us where we are today and what's happening basically?
So I was invited by Holy Trinity Primary School to attend site in November time, I think it was, and to look at their early years outdoor provision and see if we could make some suggestions around some improvements, because they weren't particularly happy with the condition of it at the time. It had been done 2 or 3 years ago, I think, by somebody else. We won't name the company, but it was done by somebody else, and it was quite disastrous, really, wasn't it? There was a lot of rubber wet paw that was crumbing up, it was breaking up, the warranty wasn't being honoured, and the school was left with a bit of a conundrum. We either put up with it or make a new investment and do it again. So I came out to have a look, and I was quite amazed on what I saw, and we'll no doubt share some pictures of that when you put this video together. But the original plan was just to rip it all out, wasn't it, and try and do it again. I think you were getting some horrendous advice by others to just cover up the problem, lay grass over the top of it, I think it was, or even lay rubber.
Different options, different ways of either repairing or making it still work for us without the significant spend, because obviously by doing something like this it involves a significant spend. It's a lot of money. So it was sort of us doing our evaluations, meeting with different companies, what were different companies saying, what were they advising, what were the product options, and then led us to what we've done.
But there was, I think from memory, there's 300 metres squared of this black rubber that you had in place, and it was pretty much failing throughout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is not good. And when we say failing, we're talking crumbing into fine granules of rubber. And advice, cover it up with artificial grass, cover it up with new rubber. And I do want to say,
like an
if
overlay.
if anyone gets any advice to overlay rubber that's failing, please do not do it. You get a 12-month guarantee maximum. It will fail. And it's just not the answer. You're putting a plaster over the problem, and it's a passionate hatred of mine when schools get advised to do that.
I think we were aware it wasn't probably going to be the thing we did, but obviously as per the process you've got to go and meet with different people and hear what different people are saying. To be honest, it's our first big project together where we were sort of learning as well of what do we want it to look like, what's available, what can we do.
We were all new to this, obviously our background's in education and not in building work, so we obviously were hoping for some guidance from people who were coming in but giving us the wrong type of guidance on what it could look like.
And we sort of knew over the years, down in early years, there's been repairs done, there'd been patching done in different colours, and we sort of knew going into it that we maybe were looking to go with a different company, but you know, sticking by the process, you explore and you end up meeting new people and then learning more about what's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
What made you choose ESP?
Oh, you are going straight in there, right?
We're talking about you went through that process and you met different people, so
we
how
did.
you come to
I mean,
clearly it's because they met me.
There's a couple of we met with 4, I think. Yeah. And we seriously we had to go through the quote process with 3. Going out to tender, and it's evident, I think initially you realise who you're not going to go with quite quickly.
I think when Andrew came out as well, he had obviously had his portfolio, he had ideas straight from the off. We felt like he was very honest. You were very honest when you came in with us and said you absolutely can't do that, you can't go over the top of it, and you had some clear ideas of what you listened to, what we wanted, and had some clear ideas moving forward of what we could put in place, and more than what we'd imagined as well. So like we had the initial idea, but you
oh, that's brilliant. That is golden.
Playtime.
Timing. Is that playtime? All right, let's stop filming. We're going out now, Jack.
You get used to it, I swear. It's awful.
There used to be a bell when I was at school.
It's awful.
Is that a modern school bell?
In case I have time for a sleep, it just wakes me up.
I love that you're...
Yeah, I think we were impressed by what ESP could offer, and then it was clear that comparing your product, your company offers things that other companies don't. And evaluating that, it's evident that there was only there was that reason anyway. But then we trusted you. We liked the portfolio, the range of products. You showed us lots of other projects.
Options, yeah.
The videos, everything, and it's sort of you have a greater confidence going into it because you think we know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also really liked how you always linked it back to the early years curriculum.
Yeah.
So for us that was really important that we were thinking about the children first and foremost and actually how we were going to meet all of their needs. I know you talked a lot about, those gross motor skills, the fine motor skills, that exploratory, the sensory, which really no other company did. They were just too busy trying to sell us new wet paw. Whereas you really thought about the needs of the children, and actually that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
And how have you found the process working with ESPs?
I wouldn't do it again.
My God, she's got a personal line to my WhatsApp.
Yeah, maybe more in particular working with Andrew.
No.
I can leave if you want.
Say the question again. No, please don't.
How have you found working with ESP?
I think they've been incredibly supportive throughout. I think the customer service is a real strength of the company. Any questions we've had, you've answered.
If we've not liked something, we've felt comfortable to come back and say, can we have this? What about this? Well, can this be longer? Can this be shorter? What can we put this in here? And you've always either been really accommodating or said no, but this is why. Just no, we need. Yeah, this is why we can't have that, or what about this instead? So it's been, nothing's been too much of an ask.
I think the important thing for me when I came, obviously you highlighted the problem with the wet paw, and you can put the wet paw right by putting new wet paw in. But again, you can lay over the top of it. I just want to stress you can do it. But I said, if you want me to do that, fine, but please know this is what the consequence of that will be. And if you want to make that choice because of budgetary reasons, sometimes you don't have a choice. You just need to put it right, and I respect that. But I wasn't going to do that without you knowing all the terms and conditions and consequences of doing that. And then I tried to obviously just say, well, look, in the next few years, the early years curriculum, why don't you consider while you're doing this, doing A, B and C?
Yeah.
At first your reaction was, I don't think we can achieve that, because budget was a problem, wasn't it, in the first instance. But thankfully we got to a stage where we've been able to put far more valuable experiences in place from the sensory side of it, the block paving roadway as opposed to just like a wet paw one.
Yeah.
You've put some physical development apparatus out there, haven't you? We've got a mixture of different surfaces, and the whole design now is so it's wow factor.
Yeah.
It really is.
We've got parents walking past the gate every morning saying, when can we come and play? And we've got kids bringing mum and dad to school every day so that they can see how new. The kids are so excited by it, and they want mum and dad to see what they're going out to. We filmed the children's reaction going out on Monday as well. Their faces coming out. Yeah, I cried. They were like walking out, and they all came out, and they came out so slowly as if to say oh my goodness. But I mean, they didn't wait that long really. The work was done quite quickly. Yeah. But obviously because the three, they don't understand the concept of time, so I've just been saying, soon we can go out, soon we can go out, soon. So when it was actually time, they were like, it's today.
Time to go out
today. There was, honestly, I'll show you the video. It was amazing. It was
I think as well though, kids see it as a playground, don't they? But the reality is, with the early years framework, if you don't get it right in early years, you're catching up forever, aren't you, through primary education. If their fine motor skills aren't ready and conditioned, if their physical skills aren't ready and conditioned, if they haven't got the appropriate communication and language to perform within the national curriculum at 5-6, you're catching up, aren't you? So it's so important, this investment, to make sure that we can explore all of these skills and make sure that kids are really prepared for when they go into formal national curriculum requirements.
And that is partly why, or the reason why we chose you as well, because the way you talk about your understanding, obviously we as a school have pitched to the trust and said this is what we'd like to do and why, but obviously your company believes in that as well, and you've looked at our current environment and said let's do this, and because of this.
Yeah.
And that's really helpful to the process.
You could spend this, but if you were just to go that little extra mile, you could engage with this. And the thing is as well, adding things later is not that easy.
Yeah.
People think you can do this and then add later, but when you're digging into surfaces in the future, it just compromises the whole quality and legacy of the performance as well later down the line. So highlighting the opportunity while you've got the opportunity to consider doing maybe a little bit extra while you can actually saves you money in the long run. So, you know, it was important to go down that route, but I mean, I must have stressed. You said to me at some point, I don't think we can do that because of budget or something. And I said, well, please, whatever you do, if you don't go with ESP, do not lay grass over the top and do not lay rubber over the top. So I was begging you.
Yeah.
So I've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah.
And it's only later when schools go, oh, I really wish I'd have listened.
Yeah.
And it happens so many times. And you were touching a moment ago, you know, you're from education, you don't do playground projects, you don't do construction projects. It is a minefield. And when you meet people and they give you a fairly convincing argument that this is the best practice, this is the best, how are you meant to know?
Yeah.
You're not, and it's hard. I do feel for you because you're spending a lot of money and it's got to be right, hasn't it?
And this is the thing, it's sort of protecting that, isn't it? Because we know that we've gone into this and done this now. We don't know when we'll be able to afford to replace what we've just done.
Absolutely.
So we need to, in terms of warranties, when people are guaranteeing 5 years, when it's a 10-year on a surface and option that we can put in, let's do that because we've protected ourselves for
even
double.
further. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's being clever like that. But again, you've been helpful in that process because we wouldn't have maybe known of these options had you not took us through them, because we didn't know that, for example, the resin bound
gravel,
surface was an option, and it looks gorgeous as well.
It lasts longer, it's natural, it's in keeping, and when it was relayed you were going, wow, that looks stunning. And it does. And you know, looking at the other point of view from the trust and attracting pupil numbers, I mean, I don't know, are you full in early? Oversubscribed, but for schools that aren't, it is seen as a bit of a marketing ploy, because if you get them in early years, you're likely to keep them throughout their primary school education, aren't you? So facilities are a big pull for parents when choosing schools.
Yeah, we had a visitor yesterday who said, in terms of resourcing in school, the children are incredibly lucky with their offer here, you know, wider than just early years, but they said that the new playground was stunning.
Was this the HMI?
Yes.
Come on, you need to go further.
I can't name drop.
Don't name drop, but this person was from HMI, Ofsted inspector.
She wasn't here yesterday in that role, she was here in a support capacity for our school, but that is her
But
job.
just happened to say what, Kate?
That it was stunning.
Not just the overall look, but the quality of the provision as well.
Yeah, just
wow.
how it is thought about.
There's the stamp of approval.
Yeah.
You need to give me that person's name and number. I'm going to thank them. I'm going to thank them.
I don't even have that. I know my name.
Touching, I think you've said enough good things about ESP, and thank you for that. It is really appreciated. But let's talk about the pupils. Let's talk about the impacts. Let's talk about now what they've got available to them that they didn't have before, and how you're going to use it.
Yeah. So obviously they were all amazed when we went out on Monday. So they've obviously now got that huge ship. That's absolutely ginormous and can fit like 30 children on at one time. But even just this week alone, obviously we've only had it open since Monday, it's Wednesday today, but the children have been enjoying like climbing, using the gross motor skills to climb up the sides. They've been using imaginative play, they've all been pirates. That obviously, because it's on the yellow, they've all been on a desert island. It's a shipwreck. But they've absolutely loved having that imaginative play along there. They've been doing I don't know what it's called.
Mountain of Mine, the tunnel.
The tunnel, They've been doing lots of climbing, race and chase games up there. They've been having the cars, they've been rolling balls over it as well. But the real winner is the road.
Is it?
I knew it would be, yeah.
The little bridges.
They're all fighting over bikes and scooters that can go on the road. They're just enjoying the sensory aspect of it, of riding over the different surfaces, going over the bumps, going round. We've even had the dolls pram out, so the babies walking around as well. I'm like, it's a road, please get the babies off the road. But they absolutely love it. I knew it would be the winner because they absolutely love it.
I've seen the sense of achievement. There was some of the nursery children, so some of them they were really confident going over, but some, the determination in their faces to get over, and it was just like that just proves exactly why we've put this in, because it's fun, of course, it's fun to play on, but for a development point of view as well, like for those children, Yeah.
For me, a block paving road is a must-have within an
Yeah.
early years outdoor
100%.
provision.
And I think it just makes us compared to what we had, and then you think we have the improvement.
Definitely, it's definitely improved it, and I absolutely love it. The monkey bars as well.
Upper body stuff.
Yeah, all the upper body strength stuff. Although my heart's been in my mouth, I'll not lie. When children have been using the legs to hang off it and all sorts, they're like really good. But then we've had some children who said, "I've never used monkey bars before," so that's been really nice to give them the opportunity to try and use those upper body strength in order to climb across as well.
See, I always that's another one. I say block paving roadway, and you must, in my opinion, have a monkey bars, and you get a natural reaction of, I don't know about that, because they might twist ankles, they might fall, they might hurt themselves. But the reality is, because they're doing the upper body and their arms are above the head, the shoulders, the chest, the fine motor, the grip, the benefits that come from doing the monkey bars are incredible. And if they can't do it now, expose them to it, help them, and they will build that strength up, and then you will get the improvement.
Yeah.
And for me, there is no other product out there in terms of a focused, targeted outcome than monkey bars.
Yeah.
And I was told, and I don't know if it's true because I've not looked into it, by another teacher in another trust, that it's actually prescribed in the early years framework to do jungle bar, monkey bar activities now. Is that true?
Well, it's about upper body strength, crossing that middle line,
Yeah.
and all them skills up there. But even in the short space of time, we've had one child who was crying on Monday because she couldn't even just hold on to monkey bars, and then yesterday she was managing to hold on and swing, and she was so proud of herself.
Sense of achievement. Yeah. And you only get that by doing it, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's really important, and that connects right to handwriting skills and things like that, doesn't it? Your chest and your shoulders, as well as your grip. So for me, it's a must-have, and thankfully you went for that. So the installation, then the experience and the start of the works to the finish. I think we started in and around 20th of December, was it?
Yeah.
Just before.
So the Monday, wasn't it, just before? So we were on site the week of Christmas Eve, I think it was, when we started. We were on site Christmas Eve. We were on site Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And then throughout. How was the experience? What were the teams like?
Lovely, really, really friendly. Always saying hello. Always checking in. They must have been sick of me with my head at the window, checking on what they were doing every single day.
You kept saying that.
I wasn't checking the work. I was just seeing what was happening, and I was just amazed, especially when the resin started to go down. You could really see the difference.
Comes together,
in the
doesn't
area.
it?
But they were great. They didn't stop. They didn't stop working. The snow, the rain, the wind, they just went for it.
They sent me a video one morning of the snow, and they said, "Oh, wonderful!"
Yeah.
It was literally this deep, wasn't it?
They had like a burner thing, and they were burning it away.
Burning
which
it
is
away.
Dry
right.
the floor. And I think that was commented on by staff who weren't involved in the project as closely, because they were just like, I can't believe that they're still here and they're still working. Yeah, but it was brilliant for us because it just meant that the project stayed on time, because although we've managed and we've changed how we've ran early years for that sort of 2-week period, they were desperate to get back out, and we wanted that for the children as well. So everything ran on time despite snow, ice, frost, rain, everything that came their way. It all ran on schedule, which was really important.
And
Some
they didn't mind
schools
me with my head popping out or my head out the door.
They thought it was quite funny.
Look.
Some schools get quite nervous and apprehensive about the idea of works taking place during term time.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a business, if we only worked in the holidays, we wouldn't have a business. So it's important for us to be able to work in term time. Did you see benefits of the children being able to witness the construction take place and come together? Did you see any issues with us working in term time?
Yeah,
what were your thoughts?
It was quite difficult for us to be able to take the children out to see what was going on in terms of construction,
safety and
safety and that sort of stuff. But what I had found is parents were taking the children the long way around home so they could see, and then when the children come back the next day.
What's that one for now?
End of play.
When the children would come back in the next day, they were talking, like saying, "Mrs. Watson, have you seen that they've put the ship in? Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" So it was that excitement building.
Yeah.
Is today the day we can go out? Not today, but maybe next week. And is it today? No, not today. The next time. So the children, it's kind of like built momentum as it's gone for the excitement of the children to get out and play.
How did you find just accommodating the team for you? So you're the teacher, obviously, who's not getting access to the early years while this takes place. How did you manage that?
Well, obviously, they were just using the side gate. It didn't impact our day to day at all.
Did you give outdoor provision in an alternative place?
Yes. So we would take the children out on a different yard instead. So that was absolutely fine. So we were going out on the big yard where we've got some climbing equipment and things anyway. But it meant that the workers were just able to just get on
Yeah.
every single day. We didn't need access that area
Brilliant.
at all.
Oh, good. And were you all right with it? Because there was a bit of apprehension, I think, at the beginning, working in term time.
Yeah, I mean, I
Now
think
you're at the other end of it.
Yeah, I think you go into it thinking, like, how are we going to manage? How are we going to adapt? That's where they come in, that's where they go out. So there were some changes that we had to put in place. But everyone, we just did it. We came up with a plan. This is what we were doing. And I guess because it ran on time, everyone knew that it would go back and that everything would be normal again. So because it was short-lived and everyone knew what was happening, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. And I think, if anything, we were really surprised how quickly it came together. Doing it over Christmas as well, when we weren't here, coming back and seeing the progress, that was perfect, because obviously it didn't eat into as much as term time. So starting sort of pre-holidays, through holidays, and then finishing, it was ideal.
Yeah. So we need to talk about the sail shades. Are you happy to talk about the sail shades?
Yeah.
So we
Should I put my hat on?
Do you want to refer? What's
No,
the hat,
I can't
Kate?
say that.
What can I?
Yeah, if you want.
Kate's got a nickname called Cock Up Kate. Do you want to tell us where it's come from, or because it's
Just-
got nothing to do with me? I didn't give you the nickname.
No,
It's
it's something that was given by other members of the team.
Cock
I
Up
think
Kate.
I always land on my feet, in fairness. I don't tend to really mess up. But and this was one of them, quite a big one.
Yeah, so we're coming to the end of the project, and the school have ordered 4 large sail shades, 8 metre by 8 metre sail shades.
One was bespoke as well.
One was completely bespoke, and we're just coming to an end. All the posts are in, the playground's coming to a conclusion, and we're talking about the practicalities of putting the sail shades up, down, when to put them up and down. And I just so happened to mention, obviously, the yellow. It's going to look really good, and your face was, oh really?
Yellow.
And I said, yes. It was
Yellow.
on the plans, Kate. It was on the order.
Was
What's
it?
the problem? And she just went quiet on me and disappeared. And then she came back out and said,
knowing what I was.
oh, you
getting
knew
into.
exactly. I had no
Yeah,
clue.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no.
Just
and
here we
then
go again. Yeah.
She appears 5 minutes later and she says, Andrew, is there any chance at all that they could change them to red?
And you said they're already in the warehouse or something.
They've been made.
Could you dye them? Because I might die if not.
And I did send you back saying, I don't think that's going to be possible, Kate. And then
It's a
you came out
compromise.
again and said again, please, can they be red?
Or please give me a job.
You need to tell everybody what I've done. You need to tell everyone what a kind person I am and what I've done.
But this might happen again.
What do you mean? I
Or
hope not.
there might be other cock-up kids in the country who say, well, you did it for her.
Well,
Andrew was incredibly accommodating, because yellow was the last colour we would have wanted.
Kate just waited for me to make them before she told me that.
I know, bad from me, to be fair. But poor from me, great from you. And yeah, so the red now, Jack.
So I've
Brilliant.
had to sell my house to pay for it.
Get
I've had
lost.
beans on toast for the last 3 weeks.
You've been busking, haven't you?
Busking on street corners, raising any amount of money I can.
Drop in the ocean.
Just to cover these
Drop in the
costs.
ocean to a man like Andrew would.
I don't know. My heart was
No.
going.
Admirable.
Ooh.
But in terms of customer service, I don't think
Honourable.
above and beyond saving my skin for sure.
My God.
Yeah.
Looked after you there.
Had a job if
Is that
yellow
right?
or yellow.
Well, we're talking P45 time.
Yeah,
Probably.
absolutely.
My God. No wonder you've agreed to go on camera.
What do you want? No, yeah. So really accommodated, and thank you for that, because I think
It's my pleasure, don't worry. I quite
And
like
so if
playing the
anyone
guitar.
would like 4 yellow sail shades, one bespoke.
Or even go on my GoFundMe page, which is Save Kate Ridley. You can find it at www.espplay.co.uk. Any contribution is really warmly received. I've only got £5 so far.
I know, but imagine my life driving towards school every day for the next 10 years, whilst guaranteed for 10 years, I think.
I went onto WeBuyAnyCar.com. I was selling my
And
car. I sold
seeing
my
a
house.
suspended yellow 8 by 8 metre, 2 at the front of the school and
Constant
2 at the back,
reminder.
just a constant reminder of the failure.
I couldn't do that to you. I
Couldn't.
couldn't put you in that
Thankfully.
position. But we've got 4 sale shades going cheap if anybody's interested. We've got a guest here. Do you want to come in?
Can I just get these?
Cough again.
Well, you're on camera though.
You might
Say
wanna
hello.
It's fine.
No.
Are you finished?
It's
Come on
fine.
in. Just come in, it's fine.
It's not a problem.
Genuinely.
Right now.
Oh, I'm in.
Let's. We're going to go outside and have a look at the new player, obviously. But any closing comments that you want to say that would summarise your experience? Obviously, I've been wonderful
Yeah, the star of the
from
show.
start to finish.
Well, for me,
Thank you.
My pleasure.
for me, it exceeded our expectations.
Oh wow! Well, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. You know, we came with an idea. You made that idea 20 times better and made it possible. And then, honestly, seeing the children's faces on Monday was absolutely priceless.
Oh, well, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, you've made a really comprehensive process really easy and exceeded what we set out to do.
Brilliant.
So thank you.
Well, for me, one of the biggest obstacles I was trying to overcome, because obviously you never met me before I came.
No.
And you see many companies and you see many salespeople. And the biggest thing I wanted to do was sell you an idea of doing it what I said is the right way. But obviously you're getting contradictory advice. And
Yeah.
I was reaching out to you a lot, like, please trust me.
Trust the
Just trust what I'm
process.
saying
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
as being true. Because I know that can come across like, well, you would say that because it's your company, it's your brand, it's your products, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
I was like, look, please, whether you use me or whether you don't, just don't do that. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad you trusted me with that.
Yeah.
And thankfully, you've seen the benefits at the end. But the most important thing is the pupils get what they need. You've got high quality provision now for them to be able to do what they need to do. And everyone wins.
Yeah.
Another playground for ESP in the area. And Kate owes me a life.